So hello students, welcome back to our YouTube channel. So today we are going to prove the identity sin²theta plus cos²theta is equal to 1. So without wasting our time, let's start. So we have to take a right angle triangle in which an angle should be there which refers to the triangle. Let's take it as angle C, theta is given. And we can write it as by using Pythagoras theorem. We can write it as AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. Yeah, we can write it and give it as equation number 1. As everybody know what is Pythagoras theorem. Here hypotenuse square is equals to perpendicular square plus base square. And what is the perpendicular in this figure? The opposite side to the angle is always known as perpendicular. So here AB is the perpendicular and BC is the base. And now we can write it as sin theta. We can write sin theta as AB by BC means not AB by BC. We can write it as AB by AC because perpendicular by hypotenuse. It is a trigonometric function, so we can write it as sin theta is equals to perpendicular by hypotenuse. And here perpendicular is AB and hypotenuse is AC. So we can write it as, so let's first square it. sin²theta is equals to AB by AC whole square. Since squaring both sides, we can write it like that. And after breaking it, we can write it as AB square is equals to AC square sin²theta. We can write it as like that because after breaking the power, AB square will become and AC square will become, and we can write it as AB square is equals to AC square and sin²theta. Let's take it as equation number 2. So after this, again we can take it as cos theta. Cos theta we can take it. Here cos theta means base by hypotenuse. Here base is BC and hypotenuse is AC. So we can write cos theta as BC by AC. We can write, so same like earlier we will do whole squaring both the sides. BC square by AC square. Since squaring both sides, we can write it like that. And now we can write BC square is equals to AC square cos²theta. Yeah, we can write it because cross multiplication is going on, and we can name it as equation number 3. Now here is a main concept. We can write from 1. We can write it as like that. In this form we can write it. Yes, so let's write it. AC square is equals to AB square plus BC square. So what we can write AB square? It is given that AB square is equals to AC square sin²theta. So let's write AC square sin²theta. AC square sin²theta plus BC square. What we can write? BC square we can write it as BC square equals to AC square cos²theta. Yeah, we can write it AC square cos²theta. Can we write it? Yes, of course we can write it. Now what we will do, the main thing is here. We can write AC square is equals to, we can take AC common. See, here we can take AC as common. Let's take it common, AC square, and in bracket sin²theta plus cos²theta. We can write it. Yes, we can write it. And now what we'll do? We will do as cross multiplication. Here AC square is there, and this AC square will go down of this AC square, which means AC square again. And here sin²theta plus cos²theta. And here we can cancel it both. And our proof is already done, almost, not almost, fully only done. Cos²theta is equals to 1. And it was very easy proving, and hope everybody can do it. It was a very easy